Hey everyone, how is it going? Welcome to X-Plane 11. My name is Kage, and tonight we are flying the gorgeous, beautiful Flight Factor 767. I just had a great practice flight with it, so I am very confident in how well this plane is going to perform now that I've worked out the kinks. Sorry, dinner time. Anywho, so without further ado, because we are getting pretty close to takeoff time, we are going to go into the pit and start getting set up. So here we go. Alrighty. See about some of these taken care of already, but not a whole lot. So first thing, we get the battery on. Standby power comes up. We are using external power. Go ahead and fire up the avionics. Get the utility on. Go ahead, throw our generators on, and we can get our irises to aligning. Go throw yaw dampeners on, even though those are not ready yet, and gotta bring on our hydraulic pumps, and go ahead and turn all that to auto. That looks good. Fuel pumps we can go ahead and bring on. Emergency lights we can go ahead and bring on. Excellent. I just want the logo light on, so go ahead and turn that on because we are on ground power. We're not going to worry about the APU yet. Secondary is on. I'll go ahead and turn on cargo heat because they are loading the cargo and they need air back there. Like, cool deal. Let's go ahead and adjust the packs before we get started so the temperature is regulated when we turn those on. So when they're loading the cargo, they're not roasting. This is Indianapolis we're at. Alrighty, so trim air is on. Packs to auto. Let's go ahead and throw that on. Isolation valves on. Excellent. We're ready to go ahead and start the loading process. Alrighty, let's go to our tablet here. Go to our ground, and what is SimBrief telling us our weight should be? That we are looking for a zero fuel weight of 127.9. Alright, so we're going to load 10 pallets. Okay, 9 pallets. And, 8 pallets. And 2,000 pounds of cargo. 125. We are looking for 127. Oh, 127. Okay, so 3500. 12.8, 12.7, almost, so 3200. 3,000 even. That's too low. Let's go ahead and bump that down to 2,500. 127 point. Yeah, that is about right, so we'll go with that. So we go ahead and optimize. And our fuel. Block fuel is going to be 138.6. 138.65. That's the exact number. Alrighty, so now we are loading. Let's go over to the FMC while it's getting loaded up here. So, index, init ref, we're at KIND. Throw that in for the reference airport. GPS position, set IRS position, sweet. Route. KIMD, KMEM 01. So this is a pretty standard company route. We're going to load it in so we don't have to reinvent the wheel. Excellent. And our flight number is going to be FDX 2183. And plug that in here. Excellent. Activate that. Execute. Alright, let's go to our legs. Or actually, let's go to our departure. Our departure, we're looking for the 5 with the Pixie transition. And what is our current weather? Our current weather is 110 at 7. So now what is this our runway here? Now let's go to our Navi tab here. And pressure's at 110. No, the being at 110 will take 05 right. And execute. Departure arrival, go back to index, our arrival there. And let's look at KMEM for, hold on. Got two monitors here, but my mic is in a terrible spot. I need to adjust it eventually. That'll help some. Maybe 1902, so we'll also be doing the, or we're doing the blue departure arrival, back to index, arrival. Next page, we're doing the blues 2 with the Pixie transition for 18 center, and execute that. And let's look at our route so we make sure we don't have any discontinuities. Excellent. We go ahead. Okay, get rid of the vectors because we actually don't need the vectors, at least not in this instance. Alright, sweet. So go ahead and execute that. We are good. Alrighty, and they are still loading up, so we are going to go to the overhead and get some more things ready. Close that out. Like, we are good on that. We don't need APU started up. We don't need lights yet. Cooling, we don't need APU. Yeah, we don't need those yet. Cargo heat is there as a standby. And we don't need that one just yet. So, sweet. Now we just wait. How long we got to go on our alignment? 3 minutes to go for alignment. Sweet. Are they actually... They're done loading? I guess they are. Alright, so we're going to do 1.2 for reserves. We'll probably have plenty more than that, but just for planning purposes. Cruise altitude, we are going to be at flight level 360. Wow, we are really getting up there today. And our cost index is a whopping 27. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and do our takeoff. We're going to do 5, and our reference. So we're going to do a derated takeoff to 39 degrees. So derated just slightly. Alrighty, what's our center of gravity? Our center of gravity is shifted up to 0. We need a trim of 3.8. That looks good. And select speeds on. Let's go ahead and program those in while we're waiting. V1 is going to be 136 with a 143 for our VR. And V2, we are setting for 151. Sweet. And the ref we are not going to worry about. Sweet, we are done there for now. And we are literally waiting on iris alignment. Yep. Oh yeah, bring those on. And set those to norm while we're at it. And while we're waiting, let's go ahead and start up the APU. Turn those off, get the APU pressure up, and bring that on, and come on. Oh, there it goes. Alrighty, so while we're waiting on that, let's go get some lights on here because it'll probably be dark by the time we get over to Memphis. Go set that to RTO. All the appropriate ones are on. And turn DIS off. Yeah, some physical switches. I found those kind of interfered with things. I got ILS is up. Cool. Cool. Irises are aligned. Flight director's on. Auto. Clear caution. Auto. Set to auto. Flight director is on. We will arm the wind is at 110 at 7. Reference outside air temperature is 22 cell. That will help the flight computer out. No, sweet. Wonder why ECASE-1 is not working. That is really strange. That is really strange. Maybe it's just a bug. That is really strange. ECASE 2 is not functioning. Leave that in test mode. 1337. Because that is the one I like to pick for offline flights. Alright, so we're going to set that to standby. And cool. RTO, TCAS standby. Sweet. And APU is online. Gotta bring that on. Sweet. Now maybe that. Excellent. Okay. So missed one button on the overhead. Oops. Alrighty. So left, center, right, center, and from outside, left, center, right, center, forward, center, back, center, left, center, right, center. Excellent. Flight control checks complete. All right, let's get down to the checklist. I don't want to wear it. I want to test it. Hey, cool. New test, pressurization, reset. We did test it. Pressurization set to auto. Alright. So this is set to auto, and we know our landing altitude is 790. Alright, cool. We are good there. Light instruments tested and correct. Parking brake is set. So we are ready to go there. So ground operations, airplane, close all, and ground, remove all. You're good there. So back to checklist. We are ready. So fuel is checked. Passenger signs are set. Windows are locked. MCP. So we're going to pretend we're already cleared up to our cruising altitude. So it should be 360. Cool, we are preset. Takeoff thrusts are check. Takeoff speeds are check. CDP flight was completed. So rudder or aileron are set. For taxi, what we are going to do is we will push back, turn left onto Zulu, take Zulu all the way down, then take off on 5 right, and then execute our flight plan. Cool. It's a briefing complete. Yeah, flight doors auto locked. Cool. So go ahead and put that a little bit brighter. We don't need those. Red anti-collision light is on. We are now ready for pushback. Let's go ahead and call for pushback, and let's get out of here because we are behind schedule and in a bit of a hurry. Better pushback. Start pushback.
Cockpit, please show me where you want to go.
Alright, we will push back here, and that was
cockpit. Tow is driving up.
That guy is loud, but okay. So, alright, we do not need ATIs. Isolation switch we will worry about momentarily. Cool. So, no, we are not using in-game ATC. In-game ATC is turbo. Alrighty, so we don't have window heat yet. Engines are going to be coming online momentarily, and our hydraulic and electric will be coming online momentarily. So cool. Alrighty, we'll keep that up here and go ahead and get rid of you because you are not needed right now. Destination is set. Cool. So back to origin and close this out, and we'll watch the pushback.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed. Ready to connect.
Alrighty, we're ready. Let's rock and roll. And now we play the taxi game. Oh wow, he just popped over, didn't he? Ooh, Ed. Hey, cool.
So connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake.
Alright. Parking brake is released. We are
Starting
good to
pushback,
go.
And you may start engines.
Alrighty, you heard the man. We are clear to start engines. So we will start by bringing the packs off. And we'll start with engine number 1 first. You will put that over the ground. And we will pay attention for N2. Ooh, that purr. Woo! Oh yeah, I forgot. Alright, and output.
Operation complete. Set parking brake.
Alrighty, and go ahead and set the parking brake. And parking brake is set. And once he's clear, we will start number 2.
Standby.
Cool deal, buddy. Take your time. Alrighty, and considering how low end my system is, if we are maintaining 20 FPS, I will take it. Alrighty.
Tow is disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal will be on the right. We'll see you next time and have a great flight.
Michael, thank you. See you next time. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and fire up number 2 now that he's driving away. Go ahead, watch for N2 here. And it is coming up. Oil pressure is rising. N2 is rising. Cool. And here we go. GE engines, baby. Alright, cool. We are good to go there. Awesome. Alrighty, so... Alright, cool. So, successful start. We are good. APU generator can come offline. Turn that bleed on. Turn that off. APU can come off. Alright, checklist. Isolation switches. Bring those off. Bring our packs back online. Alright, cool. So we have window heat. Let's go ahead and bring our window heat on since we're about to be rolling. Position light, white light is on, logo light is on. And bring you on, sweet. Okay, so recall, and cool. Well, it should be there, is good. Brakes are set to RTO, ground equipment is clear, otherwise we wouldn't have pushed back. Cool. Alright, so we already reviewed our takeoff, because we will, if we have a problem before R1, we will, or stop on the runway, or V1. If we have a problem, or at V2, then we will just, yeah. So we will stop, or go into the pattern and land and see what went wrong. If all goes well, we will be on our departure. And let's get going. Alrighty, here we go. So, yeah, normally my target frame rate would probably be 60 on any other game, but because this game is so resource intensive, getting 20 FPS in the actual game is pretty good for me. So I will take it even though it is not optimal. Alrighty, and as we're taxiing, go ahead and arm auto throttle. The heading select we will set to 054, or excuse me, 055. Alrighty, so we're going flaps 5. And we will pay attention there for it to go to that top center notch here. Alright, so in flaps 1. And here in flaps 5. And don't mind my dog, he's literally right here next to me. Alrighty. Alrighty, so now our taxi is leave the wing lights off, light override king, stay off, cool, we are good there. And flaps are set to, oh god, we don't need 15. We just need flaps 5, so we'll go call those set. Stabilizer and rudder is set, and I might want to pay attention where I'm going. Flight controls were checked, and cabin is secure. We are ready for takeoff. And be helped like a taxi worth of crap. So, back to the taxi. Get that set here. Cool. Alrighty, so back to our checklist. After takeoff, packs are already auto. Sweet, so that's one thing we gotta worry about. Landing gear, flaps, and altimeter, we will worry about in a minute. Well, we do want to set that while we're thinking about it. It's going to be 29901, so it's actually a little below standard. 29901. 29901. 29901. And head head over to the first officer and 29901. Sweet, altimeter is set across the board. And it's going to be back on center line here because I am not a pro pilot by any stretch of the imagination. Alrighty, so now we are back on center line. I got my co-pilot here. Reduce the throttle here because we are going probably a little bit faster than we should in a big heavy plane. Alrighty, so here we go. Get this out of here. So hopefully get my dog occupied for a minute. Alright, so we can turn that off for a minute. We know which one we're going on to here. So sweet. I wonder why it does that. Like, that is only in this aircraft right here at this area. I don't know what that is. I guess you guys can't see it as bad, but I definitely can. If we were not flying online, or if we were not flying offline, we would need to get all sorts of clearances, but alrighty, so we now have live traffic. Go ahead and throw that to weather plus turbulence, and since we are now moving, TCAS TARA, and yep, flaps alrighty, because we have live traffic, we do want to stop and make sure we're not landing, but alright, I don't see any traffic taking off or landing. Cool. So we clear ourselves for takeoff. Alright, I gotta fix one thing though before we take off. So go ahead, line up and wait. And those can come on. Those can come off. Wing lights. Yeah, we are definitely not lined up here. So go ahead, line up. Alrighty, so we are lined up and wait. So it'll be KIND-KMEM DX. Thank God this is already in our route. 2183. Alrighty, so set that to climb. Set that to progress. Sweet. Alright, so auto throttle is armed. Advanced 40%. And we are stabilized. And toga. Airspeed is alive. $80 knots, cross check, all green, continue. Good thing we got a long runway here. Go ahead. Get ourselves one notch of flats for safety. Yeah, boy, we're cutting it close here.
Don't sink.
We'll be back on the flight plan here shortly. Oh, great. Come on. Alrighty, so now we are on our way. Ooh, that was a little sketchier than I thought it was going to be, but we are good. So, first notch of flaps is gone. And just in the nick of time, too. Alright, and next notch is gone. Cool, we are gold. Alrighty, so legs. Alrighty, since we are good, I shall be back in a moment. Alrighty, sorry about that. I am back, and looks like we are on intercept heading, so I think we are good there. Alright, so LNAV should take over before too long, and it looks like we are having one bumpy flight up. Yep, the weather definitely did get hairy there. Alright, we'll go ahead and bring in the nose gear off because that is stowed anyway. Oh yeah, we got turbulence. We got turbulence. Alright, we let our crew know we have turbulence, so chances are they probably already figured that out. That will cross the 7,000. First, so checklist landing. Oh, oop! I cannot believe we forgot to do that, but hey, that definitely smoothed things out. Cool. So, all right, gear is up. I cannot believe we forgot that one. So our first milestone now will be 10,000 feet, and we will get our landing lights turned off. Go ahead, reset, and excellent. And altimeters, we are not going to worry about that until 18,000, and that will be the next item of note on the ascent. So we've already cleared ourselves up to 360. Alrighty, it looks like we are on our way. Alrighty, let's go ahead and get OBS back up here. Alright, sweet. Now I can see the chat, and wow, we have got some turbulence. Alrighty, we are over 10,000. Landing lights can come off, wing lights can come off, logo can come off, and our next item is 18,000. Man, you can definitely tell the turbulence. That is just nuts. That's one gnarly crosswind too. I mean, direct crosswind at 8 knots. I mean, it doesn't sound like a lot, but it's more than enough to cause some turbulence. Ooh, thank God the autopilot's flying this one. Alrighty. Let's connect up here. Lights. Alright, looks like we nope, never mind, we're not smoothing out. It's alright, hopefully LNAV takes over here in a second because we are on a direct heading for Oom. This is a gnarly crosswind. Yeah, we definitely got some turbulence aloft right now. Ooh, baby. That is going to make things spicy. Yep, LNAV took over. Sweet. Alrighty, we will let LNAV have the controls at this point. Though I admit, I wonder what the hell it is doing. I don't think the crosswind is that terrible. But maybe it's got to feel things out for itself. I don't know. So, but LNAV is definitively in control at this point. Alrighty, and we are coming up on 15,000, so break out our checklist. Altimeter is the last thing we have, so we will monitor our altitude and go ahead and swap over the backup to standard. This is just one less thing we have to do in a minute. Alright, it looks like the aircraft is balancing itself out. Alrighty, cool. We are set, I think. Now we got almost a direct tailwind. Holy cow. At 17.5, almost. Go ahead and set first officer standard. Standard and standard. So we are now at standard pressure, and we are continuing climb to 360. LNAV and VNAV at the helm. So no lights need to be done, and I don't know how to press that. That's always press. Those are all on. I'm gonna make it slightly cool everywhere. I mean, why not? It is kind of a hot day. Alright, set those to both, just in case. I don't think we're going to run into any problems on that front. Cool, all lights are out with the exception of the pertinence. Cool, we are now in cruise mode. Alright, so we'll just, let's turn that down manually, and we will fire up some tunes and chill out while we rock this flight. Ooh, we are definitely scooting right now, too. Woo! Oh, gotta love a reload in. And my co-pilot has returned. Yeah, one of these days I'm definitely gonna hop up into Bat Sim, but it just ain't gonna be like today or tomorrow. It is definitely gonna be a little bit later. Yeah, but this should be a relatively short flight. We got about 30 minutes to gate. Well, okay, about 40 minutes. That shouldn't be too terribly long. Yeah, I've already got the screenshots as I did a practice flight right before this. Already got my screenshots, already got my landings, so I think we are going to be good to go here. And I wish it wasn't reporting a 738 by default, but thankfully I got a way to fix that. Alrighty, and while I got a moment to test it, oh, nope, never mind, I won't test it. If we have to do it live, we have to do it live. In the meantime, I am going to get up and stretch a little bit and turn off the camera, but I will still be here. Holy cow, turning off that gale, a lot more frames. So I hope you guys have been having a wonderful Monday so far. I know that's not exactly the usual thing, but cool. So work items have been resolved. So this is definitely going to be an interesting, probably 10 more days. Yeah, for the record of the flight, or or I was exposed to COVID last week when I was on the job at work, and while it's unfortunate, it does happen. So what I did in response, basically, is going into self isolation pending my first available testing appointment. Granted, my employer originally wanted me to drive an hour from my house, which I'm sorry, I'm not going to do that exposes people needlessly. Assuming I'm infected, I don't think I am, just based on the fact that two of the people exposed with me came back negative. But that doesn't necessarily mean a whole lot. So I'm getting tested tomorrow either way. But even if the results are negative, still gotta finish out the isolation period just to be on the safe side. So I'm hoping everything works out, but we'll see. But in the meantime, there's a lot of flying to do, a lot of places to visit, and there's a lot of cargo to run. And that's why we're gonna be in or more planes like this. Some of them are going to be Delta, some FedEx, some United, some American. It's just going to be different types, and maybe in the next week or two, they will be hopping on the VATSIM network. Though I admit I am a little concerned about getting on VATSIM because, well, VATSIM is not exactly known for being the nicest place on the planet. Let's just be real on that. Oh man, that is just gorgeous. Oh, that scenery down there. Let's go to the flight deck because we are getting pretty close to cruise altitude. Go ahead and reset our heading just in case. Like, cool. Heading is set, and we are just 10 miles from top of climb. I would say we're actually doing pretty good considering we got a headwind. Altitude alert makes sense because we are now in cruise phase, and I'd say we're doing pretty good. And coming up on altitude and 500 foot, and we are doing real good on progress. Sweet. Okay, we are a little behind because of the headwind, but that's all part of the game. I'm not too worried about that. And hitting top of climb right on schedule. And maybe even a few foot early. Ain't gonna be long though before we're top of descent. And we are definitely heavy today. So, alright. Wonder why it's reporting that altitude is being strange. We're at flight level 360. Like, that's not really changing. We are at 360, despite what this overlay is saying. So, quick cabin tour while we're here. Yep, very spacious for a cargo cabin. We're not going out that door, obviously. Let's see, and get the right angle, you can actually see inside of the cargo cabin. You see, them pallets are not small. They are not small at all. I don't think that's quite correct, but we'll roll with it. And as you see, the overall cabin, the dedicated seat, or crew seats, engineer seat, first officer, obviously the pilot, and the legendary lavatory, and apparently a place where we hang coats. I did not know those were here. If I had to travel on a cargo jet, I'd probably want the 767 or the 777. Just because of the flight deck size here. And we're back up to the front deck. That is just gorgeous. They can't tell me that ain't just freaking gorgeous. Dun, 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 dun. Alright, let's check in on Discord. Oh, I forgot to get freaking Nightbot working. Yeah, that is something I'll work on before next stream, is getting Nightbot back working. As I definitely want to get that working if we are doing a Twitch stream. So, oh, we are making a turn. Let's see where we're heading. So, oh, we are now headed toward Wisna. And awesome. Yep, we should. If we were online with ATC, we would be starting to come out of Indianapolis Center airspace and into Memphis Center airspace. So, but we are still flying offline with very good reasons. So, 8 AM flight service, water. And let's go ahead and go back out and see some sights. Ah, good old water. Oh. Oh yeah, that's the view. Just grabbing a few screenshots because that is just a gorgeous perspective. Alrighty, looks like we have top a drop in just over 30 miles. So, ooh, we are definitely coming up on that. So we better get all the views in we can. My God. Ooh, that... Oh yeah, that's killer on the frame rate. We're going back over to the darker colors. I don't think of it, that whole area, like all these clouds are just killing the frame rate. It could be worse though. I mean, at least it's stable. Ooh, hello, turbulence. That actually caused a 20-foot drop. Wow. At least the altitude's close to right, finally. We're at flight level 360 for how long? We're going to go ahead and set this before the FMC yells at us. It says 3,000 for our intercept point, and we have a direct to and not a vector. Yep, we got a direct at Lori. Alrighty, so MCP panel is set. Let's go ahead and go through our descent checklist. Checklist, altimeters were set for the after takeoff, and now the descent, we are set for landing. Recall checked. Auto brake. Auto brake. It's either 3 or 4. We're not doing max. Oh, yes, auto brake's 3. Auto brake is set. And alrighty, let's go ahead and program in our ref index. We're going to do our approach briefing. Alrighty, and for approach, alrighty, so let's throw that over to approach. We're going to do flaps 30, so with wind correction, we're going to go with 145, and go ahead and toss that into the alright, cool. Looks like that is set. All we have to do now is get our pressure. So VRF is set. Alright, since we're going to do a auto land, what we're going to do is fly the approach as outlined. Said, and we're at, I'm going to close that one, go to legs here. Said at, or when we hit Lori, we need to be at 3,000 feet, or about 3,000 feet, be slightly above, but I want to be at 3,000. That way we can engage the or ILS and or engage the flight computers and get us a perfect or a auto land or into 1-8 center. Now the reason I'm doing auto land in particular here is because the PAPIs are non-existent, and I'll be honest, I haven't spent enough time in this aircraft, and it's requesting drag. Okay, we will give it drag. Okay, drag is out, and ooh, there goes the buffet. Alright, cool. We are in Memphis airspace.
Yeah. I don't know that.
Don't mind my Alexa. Oh, yeah, I forgot to turn on the turbulence. Oh, weather plus turbulence. Cool. And put terrain on that one. This stuff I probably should have done at the beginning, but it'll work. Yeah, better late than never, right? Ooh, that descent. So, if anyone's wondering, the reason the camera is off is that it saves frames like at a ridiculous amount. So we are going to roll without the camera up until basically the final approach. So, and when we cross 10,000 feet, the music will be going off as we are going to be preparing for landing at that point. Oh, that is just one amazing view. I think I'm just going to leave it there for a minute. Ooh, condensation's forming. Through 290 now. Yep, definitely not touching the first notch of flaps till 250. Ref, I'm going to leave that approach reference. We'll go leave that page up. I leave that on progress. Cool. Alright, so first thing, at 10,000, we will be, not 10,000, but 18,000, we will be transitioning to Memphis altitude. And the altimeter at K Memphis is 2993. So we go ahead and set that. It's just over standard, which shouldn't be a big deal. Cool, those are on standby. Through 265 and ascending. Whoa, why is my chair shaking? Flight level 240 and descending. Alright, so one more check. Alrighty, so our Alright, so our approach, let's go ahead and bring up that chart. Charts, KMEM. KMEM. I didn't really need that, but I think you explained. Nope, we are not dealing with in-game ATC. Heck no. Okay, there it is. Okay, since we are doing the Blues 2, alright, let's go ahead and bring up our approach chart here. And we are coming in through Lori at Copen. Oh, bring that. And going in from Spiker from Castot. That's where we just came from. Alrighty, so excellent. And we are going to be doing... are not doing a standard instrument departure, but we are going to be doing a ILS localizer 18 center So when we get the spiker, so we should be at 230. And wow, we're below 280 or below that, so I'm not gonna complain. Then at blues, we should be below 230 at 280. Hopefully our flight plan accounts for that. But if not, that's okay because we are completely offline. Alrighty, but the important one is when we get to... Or when we get to... Or Dinky. That we are at 3,000, and that is what our MCP is set for. Cool, so our ILS, or once we're at Dinky, we will start from Lori, which is our 3,000 minimum point, and we will go ahead and start plugging this in. So, our approach course, or for our localizer, is 111905. Let's go plug that in. 111905. Approach course of 180. Approach course is set. ILS is set. Go ahead and engage approach mode for the backup attitude indicator, and we have. Alright, cool. That is set and ready. So if we go miss, we will do the prescribed holding procedure or add Nisbet and then go around for a second attempt. And our missed altitude is already set there as well, so we are doubly good. Alright, we should be making our right turn here at Spiker momentarily. That we go stow those, at least for now. Alright, so we are below 280. We are good on our speed restrictions. That is excellent to know. Oh shoot, we are way below transition altitude, so... Alright, we are past that, and next milestone will be 10,000, where we will go ahead and flip on the landing lights. And of course, turn off the music as we will be getting ready for final. Man, those are some big freaking wings. At 12,000 and descending. 11,000. Go ahead and turn the logo light on. We are good there. Coming up on Copen, still descending at 1,200 per minute. Crossing Buzz, coming up on Copen. Alright, we're going to need some drag here. That drag is out because it definitely needed to not bust speed too badly. There's our first notch of flaps. Alright, so our first view of speed is 225. A little below glide path, but that is just fine. We can work with that. Actually, that means we're... Oh yeah, we're a little below glide path. Actually, we're a little above. I think we can handle it though. So we got over 20 miles to lose 6,000 feet. I think we're good. Well, it's gonna be 5,000 now. Alright, for the heading, I gotta leave it on that for now. Speed brakes are up. We are starting to get our flaps out, and our speed is coming down. So our first rest speed is 225. We are below 225, actually by a few, so we are good there. And it's not reducing speed. Peachy. Oh, And music needs to come off because we are gearing up for final here. Music is off. That service is now terminated. And go ahead and bring the camera back on. There we go. Even though that killed about 5 frames, I think we can deal with it. Alrighty, so next major item. Oh, I forgot landing lights. We can have both the wing light and the wing lights can come on. Cool. Landing lights are on. If you're below 10,000, I just forgot to turn this on. Oh man, that looks so amazing. Ooh, baby. Like, close that out for a minute. Just watch these clouds. Back to the cockpit. Man, the outside got way better frame rates. Holy cow. Anywho, so got 15 miles to drop another 3,000 feet. Can we do it? Yep, and you can tell we're getting pretty low because the weather radar is starting to do ground return. 15 miles exactly to lose 3,000 feet. Can we do it? I am betting we can. Let's go ahead and bring it down to 185. Alright, and as we drop below 200, we will look at our next notch of flaps. Alright, the speed brakes are coming up. And we are at our first major milestone. Alright, glide slope and localizer are alive. We have not armed localizer just yet. We will wait till we make that turn to final. And we are still on descent. Ooh, turbulence, turbulence. Let's go see if we can get below these here. Alrighty, and since we're about to make that base turn, final approach course, or we reference 145. And cool, less than 1,000 to go for our target. Then we had to really speed up our descent there. This are only 500 above. We can work with that. cool. So we are 3,000 at Lori, like we should be. We should be making our base turn here. And once that localizer starts coming alive, or starts sliding over, we will arm it. Alright, let's go ahead and start making that base turn any second now, autopilot. Let's go ahead and get these diamonds where they should be. Alright, let's go, and when we make that final turn, we'll go dial back the speed to VREF. And or bring that gear down to give us more drag, and finish extending these flaps. Or that diamond's coming over, so we will go ahead and arm that localizer. And when we start capturing glide slope, we will arm approach. Yep. Good. And gear will start coming down. Flaps full. Our glide slope is coming down. We have the runway in sight. Excellent. Alrighty, and approach mode is set. Land 3. Okay, alright, so approach checklist. Approach briefing completed. Approach, altimeter set, navigate set. We are doing our auto land 28 center. Cabin secured. Speed brake is reset, so secured. And it's still saying not armed. Reset. We'll go ahead and say they're armed. Okay, so cool. Alrighty. Final approach speed set. Auto land 3. Speed brake. Or speed brake is armed. Auto brake is set. Flaps are full. We are ready for landing. Alright, we will wait till 200 for minimums to make the final call, but I don't see any problems so far, as we can see the runway. Alrighty, so let's go light up like a Christmas tree, because this is final. Alrighty, we are definitely lit up. Let's rock and roll. Alright. Everything cross-checked. All green. First call out. Alright, all set. Clear. And Cool. We got almost a direct headwind. We could not ask for much better. We're coming up on minimums. Maybe 20, 10. Alright. So, speed brakes deployed, flaps down, speed. Alright, good. That manual braking. And reversers are stowed. Flaps coming up. Speed brakes are stowing. Alrighty, cool. So we have made it to Memphis International, folks. So with an arrival time of exactly 21:05 Eastern. So we vacate the runway, we will stop the clock. So, and that was an exact, alrighty, go ahead and turn those off since we do not need those. We can turn the approach mode off. And we will go ahead exit. I'm going to turn off these, and the logo light and wing light can come off. Okay, we're going to backtrack on 3618, right? Because, yeah, that did not go out quite as I planned. Thankfully, we ain't got to backtrack very far. I just hope we don't have any landing traffic. And that is a genuine mistake on my part. But since we are on the runway, they get some extra visibility here. Righty, we'll exit here on Papa and take a right here at Sierra. Alright, cool. So logo light can come back off. Wing lights can come back off. Alright, we'll go leave position and nav on. As we are still moving. So when we get to the ramp, we will go ahead and pick a parking spot. So we will continue on Sierra. Sorry, I had a gnat flying around. Alrighty, so what y'all think of that flight? How was it? Let me know. Give me some feedback. Nicole, so when we get parked at the gate, we will go ahead and put her in a standby state, just in case another crew want to take her out, and we'll get all the cargo unloaded and get the next shipment loaded up for the next flight. So, next flight, I'm debating between Tampa and not Tampa, but Dallas Fort Worth and Tallahassee. If it's, or either way, it's going to be on the 757, which is the bird smaller than this, but it's still a fantastic flight. I absolutely love that bird. So it is so fun to fly. And it is also from the same designers and same manufacturer, being Boeing, the manufacturer, and flight factor for the. Turn that off and. While that is there, turn that off and turn off the terrain radar so we're not baking people's brains. Cool. Cancel that. Alrighty, so while we're taxiing, let's go ahead and get the APU started up. And double check, flaps are clean, spoilers are stowed. So weather radar is shut down. We will be cutting off the fuel switches momentarily. And cut that off, so we're not using that needlessly. Cool, so we will get to that here in a moment. We got a rather long taxi. Good. Auto brake. Go ahead, turn that off. A cool deal. I would say that was a pretty successful flight. Alrighty, so our next flight, it's either going to be to Dallas Fort Worth, which I've never been there before, but I got some awesome scenery, so we're definitely going to check that out. If not next flight, the flight after. So, or we're going to head down to Tallahassee, which is near and dear to my heart. And if we do go to Tallahassee, we are going to go fly down there and fly back on the 757 and then go to Dallas, or vice versa. Anyway, Memphis is going to be our de facto hub for most FedEx flights, but we're going to obviously branch out. So I got Delta in the works, American, or might do some Europe flying. Not sure just yet, but I know the rules are different in Europe. I got to get familiar with them before I go over there. And, of course, do some VATSIM flying and doing the stuff online, which would be really fun to do, I think. I just got to get my confidence up on how to operate these aircraft. Because if, say, they vector me, then I got to know how to just, bypass the plan, go to the vector, see what I need to do differently, or read back instructions, SWAT codes, all that stuff. So, I'm looking forward to it, but I got to work out a few kinks. And, of course, there's one thing about VATSIM I'll go ahead and warn you guys about, because I've seen it happen on other streamers. It's that sometimes trolls get on there and they say things that shouldn't be said on stream, and that generally doesn't look good on the streamer, even though it is definitely hardly the streamer's fault. I'm pretty sure we'll get to see one or two of those when we start flying there. But until then, alrighty, so go ahead and get our lights, logo, and wing on because we are crossing a runway. Given that we are landing on 1-8, and where was the traffic? I guess it just wasn't populating. That is weird. Can't do nothing about it now, but definitely made for a safer flight. Alrighty, so those can come off, wing light can come off, logo can come off, the taxi lights can come off, and let's go ahead and slow this puppy down. As that was definitely a Southwest taxi, we don't want to taxi like a bat out of hell. Oh. Alright, we go ahead and close this as we are at the parking area. We're definitely not parking there on the right because there is not enough room by that big bird. However, we do have plenty of room right here. Cool. So that is actually straight on only park, but we will take it. So our parking brake is set. Engine number 1 coming off. Fire up that, and engine number 2. Both of those are offline. Go ahead and bring that on. Kill the packs for those. Alright, packs are back online. Sweet. Go ahead, kill those. Kill the utilities. Kill the fuel. Actually, we don't want to do that. Go ahead, kill those. Kill that. Leave the packs on. Oh yeah, those weathers are in ops. So go ahead and kill these. And kill that. Off, off, off. And yaw dampeners are off. Or those are off. Cargo heat is off. Window heat is off. Alrighty, so I'm going to bring off all the lights because now we are parked. We do not need those on. All those are off. Excellent. Alrighty, let's go ahead and bring up our ground equipment. And GPU full truck waste unit, loader unit, air conditioning unit. And go ahead, open up the plane. And unload this bird. Alright, cool. And with that, we are calling this a wrap. Thank you for tuning in, and I hope to see you all next flight. Take care now.